Allison, and this is MyNationOnline.com. We're only 3 weeks away from the Iowa caucuses, and there's a female candidate and an African American candidate leading the way for the Democrats. Now, MyNationOnline.com is a nonpartisan website, but we could not go without mentioning these two candidates and doing an analysis on where they're getting their support from. So today, it's all about Obama and why the African American community does not seem to be rallying behind him. No, there's no one spokesperson for the African American community, but there are some names that people always turn to when they look for responses from our community, like Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson, Cornel West, Michael Eric Dyson, just to name a few. So I'm going to take a look at some of their press conferences and statements they've made about Obama and whether or not they support him as the African American candidate. Let's take a look at Al Sharpton on the O'Reilly factor first.
I don't know. I think, my meeting was about civil rights agenda I wanted to push. I think that Hillary Clinton probably would not be considered left. I think she's more centrist. She certainly has support on the left and support on the right. I think Obama has a new, fresh kind of appeal that is in many ways undefined by the media, and I think he's defining it himself. He's impressive, but I think that it's going to be a very interesting race. I think they have a lot of appeal.
Yeah. All right. Of the two, who had the most specific answers to your question?
I think Hillary Clinton had probably the more extensive answers, but Barack Obama does have a plan and a proposal. And it will be a debate as well as the other candidates.
Do they differ in the way they look at the African American community?
I think they all have a unique way, all of which I think.
But is there any point of departure?
I couldn't tell in one meeting where they will depart. There's different styles, different approach, different levels of engagement. I don't think anybody can take the African American vote or any other vote for granted, especially in this race, because I think you have.
But it'll be interesting to see if the African Americans in the primaries support the black candidate over Hillary Clinton, who they would normally support.
Well, again, we'll see. I think that.
What do you think?
I don't know.
You're going to come on here tonight and say you don't know?
At this point, I think that a lot of us are very proud of Barack Obama, but I think there are a lot of proud of in terms of what he's done for himself. In terms of
from what he's done for himself.
Yeah, he has taken some positions. I think Hillary Clinton has taken a lot of positions.
You're BSing me now. This is
now again. He can have his record. I went to ask his record. Hillary Clinton has done some things that. If you ask me whether he's been involved in his capacity as a state legislator, he was. Has he been on a national scene more than 2 years? No. And I think that has to be assessed along with everything else.
Give me one thing that he's done.
Well, first of all, I haven't endorsed him or her.
But you don't know what he's done.
You're trying to make me the spokesman for Obama.
I'm trying to give one thing he's done, and you can't tell me.
No, in Illinois.
Yeah.
In the legislation.
Yeah, I got it. What has he done?
He helped the business community.
He helped the business community.
Absolutely did.
What does that mean? He gave a donation?
No. He passed legislation.
Like what?
He passed legislation that helped to give.
What was it?
One was against profiling, the other was to reform death penalty. I'm not sitting here as the Obama spokesman. I can't tell you everything Clinton did, though I think she has an extensive record.
I could not believe Sharpton did not take a stand on a candidate, especially since it seems like he takes a stand on everything. Barack supports civil rights, and he's a black candidate. That seems to be all the checks everybody else needs to get Sharpton's support. But let's turn to a more controversial topic about Barack being black enough.
I want Barack Obama to be president. In 2016. Barack Obama does not have the support network yet to get to be president. The Clintons have, he's a smart, he's brilliant, but you cannot be president alone. Hillary Clinton, first of all, has Bill behind him, and Bill is every bit as black as Barack. He's probably gone with more black women than Barack. I'm clowning. Like when they went to Nelson Mandela's inauguration, they had a whole plane load of black folks that went down there. After the inauguration, there was a party. And Clinton was the one who said, let's start a soul train line. all of these middle class bougie folks looked around, a soul train line. And Bill did the moonwalk. He couldn't anybody like to do the moonwalk. And Hillary pulled her skirt up above her knees and she got down and went on through.
Still going back to who's black enough, and you're gonna say that an actual black man facing some of the struggles that we have to do on a daily basis is less black than a former president? Unacceptable to me. That just doesn't go by in my nation without being called out on the carpet. Especially since it seems like he's giving him a black card because he did a soul train line. Now I know former President Clinton's policies did help African Americans and get a lot on their feet, but that still does not question Barack's blackness.
During Obama's visit to the Apollo, Cornel West explains how we cannot expect African Americans to fit one type of leadership.
We're going to use the musical tradition as a model. You see, you don't expect Don Coltrane to be Johnny Hodges. You don't expect Alicia Keys to be Aretha. But we love all of them because they're part of the community. Now, Barack Obama comes at this particular historical moment in the year 2007, and we don't expect him to be Frederick Douglass or Marcus Garvey or Malcolm X or Martin Luther King Jr. He is his mama's child and his daddy's son, and we love him for his vocation,
all the candidates, and they all say pretty much the same thing. So as an African American, I think it's important that I do support Obama. Besides, listen to what Chris Rock says about being on the wrong side of history. You would really hate to have to tell your grandkids, I didn't vote for the first black president.
It is nice to see progressive people that are not scared, that want to be on the right side of history. Because you'll be real embarrassed if he won and you wasn't down with it. Say, oh man, I can't call him now. I had that white lady. What was I thinking? What was I thinking? So you want to get in now?
You can go back and forth and say that all the civil rights leadership support Obama, but there's one African American that is saying it loud and proud. She's backing Obama, and that's Oprah Winfrey, which is kind of ironic since a lot of people question her blackness too.
But that hasn't stopped Oprah. She supports Obama and is convincing others to do the same.
You know, Dr. King dreamed the dream. But we don't have to just dream the dream anymore. We get to vote that dream into reality.
Let's talk about why people aren't supporting Obama. I think it's a little bit bigger than just a vote. It's something that Michelle Obama said in one of her interviews. Let's take
Black America will wake up and get it. But what we're dealing with in the black community is just the natural fear of possibility. You know, when I look at my life, you know, the stuff that we're seeing in these polls is played out my whole life. You know, always been told by somebody that I'm not ready, you know, I can't do something, my scores weren't high enough. You know, there's always that doubt in the back of the minds of people of color, people who've been oppressed and haven't been given real opportunities, that you never really believe, that you believe that somehow someone is better than you. You know, deep down inside, you doubt whether you can do it because that's all you've been told is no, wait. That's all you hear. And you hear it from people who love you, not because they don't care about you, but they're afraid. They're afraid that something might happen.
I want to know if you would support Barack in your nation. Log on to www.mynationonline.com, submit a comment, a video blog, or a written blog. Let us know why you think African Americans don't support Barack Obama.